Herm Edwards is the definition of a football lifer, a great playing career in Philadelphia where he never missed a practice, much less a game. A long career as a scout in the NFL and then an assistant coach and the head coach of both the Jets and the Chiefs. Then a great stint as an analyst for us here at ESPN, and now the head coach of the Arizona State University Sun Devils. And I've said many times, during complicated times in my life, one of the first places I always turn for advice is to my friend Herm Edwards, who's good enough to get up early with us here this morning. Herman, first and foremost, we hope you and your family are well. Thank you for spending some time with us this morning.
You as well, Greeny, and to all those first responders, those folks that are helping battle this virus that we're dealing with right now all over the world, especially in New York. Being a part of the family of working there, you take your hats off to them, and you're always praying for those folks because they are truly the heroes when you think about heroes right now.
No question. There are so many really important things I want to ask you about, and we will in a few minutes. But let me go through a couple of football questions while I have you, because a lot of the conversation here this week has been about Justin Herbert, the quarterback from Oregon, who now Mel is projecting to go ahead of Tua in the draft next week. And you faced him in a very high-profile game late in the season. Give us your scouting report on Justin Herbert.
Has all the attributes you're looking for: size, talented arm strength, the ability to place the ball in tight windows. I thought you saw his athleticism in the Rose Bowl when he actually took off and ran. We've been very fortunate. We played him twice. This year we beat him here, close game. The previous year we played him up there and lost by about 3 points. But very talented player. I heard the comments earlier when the guys were discussing quarterbacks, and a lot of good things said on the behalf of all those guys. Understand this, though. And this is just, me, I just get to the matter of fact. If you don't have a quarterback, you get fired. If you pick one and it doesn't work out, you get fired. So you better pick one, because if he hits, you don't have to do like me and go on television. So here you go.
That wasn't so bad. Yeah.
Hey, Brady, I know it was great. It was great. It was great working with you guys. But I'm just telling you, when you sit here and they start arguing, if you don't have a guy, you're going to get fired. So you might as well pick one, because at least you got a chance to keep your job and win games.
Fair enough. Every time you had a healthy quarterback, your teams were in the playoffs. So let's then talk about a quarterback that we wonder if he can get healthy. You've obviously seen plenty of Tua Tagovailoa. If you were up there and you needed a quarterback in this draft, what would you do?
Well, you're going to pick one, and obviously they're both talented, and I'm not going to sit here and say who I'm going to pick. I will tell you this, Greeny. They're all system needy. What system will you allow this guy to perform in? It can't be your system as a coordinator so much. Will you develop a system around the quarterback? We saw that in Los Angeles with that quarterback that plays now, Jared Goff, right?
Yeah.
First couple years, he struggled. All of a sudden, the system is kind of built around him. Pretty good quarterback, right? Andy Reid has a very talented quarterback in Kansas City. It's not so much the pro system. It's a system that the quarterback can flourish in. So what are you willing to do as a coordinator to help this quarterback be successful in the league? And that's the key. You got to build it around his skill level. If you don't do that, you're going to run into trouble.
That's fair. One more thing I want to ask you about before we get down to some of the more important stuff. You were the head coach of the Jets, so in the AFC East when Tom Brady first became Tom Brady, as we know him in New England. What was your reaction to him leaving?
I was a little surprised. This is Captain America. All of a sudden when Captain America leaves, it's like, really? He left, and I was going to tell him, I said, look, if you wanted to go sit on the boat in Tampa, I used to work there. I got a free pass. But all of a sudden he leaves. So it's kind of interesting. 20-year run will go down in history as one of the best quarterbacks to ever play. Obviously, him and Bill as a coach as well. But it's interesting. I guess for him, it's a new start. It's a new chapter. Maybe it's a way to challenge himself. I don't know. Bruce Arians is a good friend of mine, head coach. I know Bruce he does a great job with quarterbacks. This will be interesting. Think about that conference now, all the quarterbacks, Drew Brees and this guy. This is going to kind of be interesting in that conference.
Right there, even in the division, Matt Ryan is there as well with Teddy Bridgewater.
Yes.
Okay, let's get down to business, Herman, because here's what I really wanted to talk to you about today. You're now coaching on the college level, and we all understand we are living through unusual times. I have a daughter in college. She's home right now taking her classes online, as they are from everywhere. So in your view, as a coach, what happens if we get to the fall and the students are not on campus and the football season's supposed to start? What should we do?
Well, if the students aren't on campus, that tells you that we basically don't have a cure for the disease right now. And I think everyone's, we have all these scientists and things of that nature testing and trying to find a vaccine for this. That would be interesting. I said this before. If the students aren't on campus and we feel they're not safe, then the question I have to ask, well, if they're not safe, are the players safe? And, this is a sport that we play. It's not a social distancing sport, by the way, last time I checked. Mm-hmm. If you are a social distancing football team, you're not going to win many games, by the way. This is a game built on contact. Now, they're not saying that you can't play, but it'd be very interesting. I think safety matters in this. And, I've said this all along, Greeny. I think going forward, us as Americans and just all over the world, we got to trust our hopes and not our fears. And we got to understand we're all on the same team right now. And it doesn't matter where you live. We're all on the same team. We got to respect our neighbors now. That's what this thing's about. And we got to get to grip. We got to come to grips with this is not normal, okay? I live this way every day. The unexpected is always going to happen. That's what I always think about. That's what you think about as a coach. What the unexpected. Then what are you going to do? Well, we got to find a way to be on the same page and listen to the game plan of the doctors. That's the game plan. It's not our personal game plan. We can't be a selfish player now as citizens. We have to all be on the same team and respect each other. I think that's very important.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.